Morning Ryan, first of all thank you very much for having me down here. We're on Hardwick Lake, on one of the lakes on the Linear complex. I've done a few bits of filming down Linear before. Last time I think was back in March, where the weather was far from this. It's absolutely glorious weather. But why have you chose this lake to start with as well? You've done a bit of fishing on here before, I believe, as well?
I've fished it a few times before. It's got a good head of fish in it, decent sizes. It's just a lake I enjoy fishing.
And how have you done on here before? Like what sort of fish have you had?
I've usually had sort of hits, small hits, sort of 4, 5, 6 fish. All fishing on top of the bars, over big beds of bait.
Nice. Well, have you done much of this sort of fishing on day tigs, or you just...
No, mainly syndicates. Usually just come up here once a year, just a bit of a social.
Enjoy this. Well, you wouldn't really expect this weather in February as well, but it's almost t-shirts and barbecue sort of weather at the moment.
Summer weather, yeah.
Well, we'll dive into your tactics that you're using on this session in a little while, but we'll enjoy the rest of the sunshine for the day. But just talk to me a little bit more about your connection with Proper Carp Baits. I believe you've been with them for a few years now, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been approaching when they first started about three and a half years ago, and ever since I've used their bait. It's just had so much confidence using it. And
you've never had to chop and change it? Anywhere you go, it's done the job, I guess?
Nope, yeah, always used it. It's all I'd use now.
Perfect. Well, hopefully you'll have something on this session. We'll jump into your tactics in a short while. So whether it's still winter tactics or jumping into spring, I don't really know this time of year, but all the best for the session. Hopefully you'll have something.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, Ryan, it's now midday and it's absolutely glorious sunshine. Just like yesterday, it feels like it could even be the summer, but obviously the night temperatures are still getting down to pretty hard frost. So how are you approaching this? You still going winter tactics, or are you chopping into more spring?
More spring tactics, more particle and boilies, heavier baiting, trying to track the fish down to feed. With the weather as well, might even chuck a zig out later.
Definitely seems worth a shout. And what is the lake bed like in front of you? Like what sort of features? And
got a couple of plateaus, couple of bars, averaging sort of 12 to 14 foot on top of the bars, with about 20 foot down at the bottom of them. Top of it's gravel with patches of weed, just fishing in between the patches.
And you said you haven't really seen much. Until I got here, we saw one lump out just a bit beyond where you're fishing. So hopefully the fish start moving around. This weather's got to be getting them, or waking them up if they've still been a bit asleep. So fingers crossed something happens. But rig-wise, you keeping that simple, or just matching hatch, or what?
At the moment, I've just got 2 on matching wafters and 1 on a pineapple pop-up.
Do you trust your go-to rig or anything? Or?
Ronnie rig, I've used that a lot, as well as the multi-rig. Just buy both, change quickly.
We'll probably have a little wander around later on, see if we can see any fish moving about elsewhere. But with this sunny weather coming out, I think the zig may be a good shout.
Yeah, it is definitely a couple foot under the surface. It's worth a go.
All right, it's been an absolutely glorious day enjoying this February sunshine, but the sun's just starting to go down. It's starting to cool off a little bit already. Made any changes since we last spoke?
I've repositioned all 3 rods, same spots, just refreshed the hook baits, 5 spawns of bait over each spot, and that's about it.
Now, you toyed with the idea of a zig early, but...
I have, but it didn't get to that stage.
For tomorrow, I think we've been checking the forecast. It's meant to change a bit from the last few days with glorious sunshine. Bit of rain coming in, bit of wind. You making any changes or sticking with your guns?
I'll stick with the same spots, just change the colour, have a play about with hook baits. Did like change to yellows, whites, pinks, just have a play about really.
Nice. Well, I think your mates toyed with the idea of a barbecue, so we'll wrap this up,
yeah.
Go gather around the fire, which is already lit, I can see, and enjoy the evening. Morning Ryan, unfortunately I didn't get the wake-up call I was hoping for of a fish in the night. Fairly uneventful, I believe.
It was, yeah, nothing happened. Stayed out quite late listening for fish, but didn't hear nothing at all. Just seemed really quiet all over the lake.
We've had a little walk around this morning, getting a few shots, talking with other anglers. The odd fish has been coming out, but not quite in this area. But weather's meant to change today. What's your plan of attack?
Originally I've got 2 spots going, 2 rods on one spot and 1 rod on the other. I'm probably going to have a sort of lead bout, try to find 3 separate spots, maybe a spot a bit further out. Then just have a mix up on the hook baits, different colours, just mix it up a bit.
Now, we've just checked the forecast and there was talk of a potential move, but I think with the rain when it come in within about half an hour, you all quickly thought, nah, we'll stay where we are.
But I won't be able to pack up before it starts raining.
Definitely. Well, I'm here for another few hours, so hopefully you'll have something and put it out of the bag. But if not, keep you posted on your session and all the best for it. But I'll check back in with you later on.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
Well, the weather today is much more akin to February compared to yesterday. You've got the wind pushing in here, which is actually quite nice. It looks spot on for a bite, and you've actually made a few changes since you last spoke to me as well, haven't you?
I have. I've repositioned all 3 rods. They're all at 80 yards, all in one spot. Put the marker out there, found a nice bit of gravel. It's about 14 foot, so I put all three rods tight together. 3 different hook baits. Just put a bit of bait over top of them.
And the reason behind going on to one spot instead of separate ones like you were before?
Just because it's a bigger spot. There's been a few fish out which have been coming from further out in the lake, so just give it a go last night. So
definitely. Well, I've got to shoot on, I'm afraid now. So if you do have anything, I'm sure you'll send me over some pictures. It's been lovely to meet you. I hope you and your mates have a couple of fish before you head on tomorrow.
Yes, hope so.
But, for now, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, thanks for coming down.